Hello there, it's Darth Paradigm. I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison of the three Fallen Order sabers that I own. These are probably the only Fallen Order sabers that I'm going to have in my collection, unless I, come across something um, on the secondary market someday. I kind of feel like my collection is sort of fulfilled. So this is the Fallen Order saber, Cal Kestis' saber from the video game, as done by three different companies. On the left, this is by Custom Diversions. This is they call it the Jaro Tapal Fallen Order saber. And this is a stunt saber, machined or constructed out of hardware style parts. Well, that's the way I see it. And it is a very, very solid piece. Very, very well balanced and durable and quite lovely. And well, I haven't actually. I go to their I go to Custom Diversions website frequently, just about every other day, and I haven't seen them producing too many of these. They kind of did a run of a bunch, followed by another run, and then he sort of Andrew at a Custom Diversions seemed to move on to other things. But I imagine if you wanted to, you could still probably convince him to make one of these for you. And they're very, very well made hilts, and they will do sound. So that is an option if you want to pursue it. Second, moving on, I have my Saberforge Fallen Order. This is the first version of the Fallen Order Saber by Saberforge. They're into the Mark II right now. Indeed, they have a few available on their website right now. If you're interested in purchasing one, it has the actual broken tip on it, and some. It's a completely new hilt with some more design cues, a different sort of knurling on the handle, some other different details. They actually kind of detail in here a bit. That's the weathered version, and this one comes with the veteran tier soundboard. So it's equipped with the 3 fonts, blaster block, lockup. Doesn't have any blade effects or anything like that, other than the fact that you could adjust the flicker rate, which is nice. And this is just a phenomenal hilt. You can see that the proportions of the two hilts, the one by Custom Diversions and Saberforge's version is very similar in length and width. I don't have to explain every single different aspect of it. You obviously can see for yourself. But proportionally, they're very similar. And just two different interpretations of what you see in the video game. And last but not least is my Ultrasabers Fallen. This is the Azure Fallen. And I just have this one equipped with the Obsidian Light soundboard. And it does have flash on clash. With this one I went with a backlit switch. I think it's white, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see that the Ultrasabers version is a little bit shorter and a little bit wider, and obviously has a lot more coloring, a lot more anodization, and it's designed to be, I think, prettier. And it's actually a super light hilt. All three of these are very light and very easy to handle and very easy to wield, and beautiful in their own right. But I think probably the Fallen, the Azure Fallen's the most interpretive of the bunch. And yes, I kind of positioned these so you can see the little cubes. Now, the cube on the Ultrasabers version, I've seen people snap these off. It's ghastly when people do that. I don't like it at all. I'm of the mindset that I tend to leave uncomfortable greebles on a saber because that's how they're designed and that's how they're built. If you can't deal with the discomfort of it, then just find yourself a different hilt. you know, if you can afford it, I mean, whatever. A lot of people can't afford multiple hilts, so if you're going to be using this for dueling and whatever, that's one thing. But if I don't know, it's just not something I favor doing. But that's just me, so don't tear me a new one. I'm just expressing my opinion. The little box on the Saberforge version, this is a very sharp and uncomfortable and unruly thing. A little bit more difficult to work around that one for some reason than it is to work around this one. I think it's just the nature of how the hilt's designed. I think it has a lot to do with the diameter of the hilt. You're less likely to encounter this thing, and since it rides up a little bit further, as you can see, it's a little bit larger. It's about almost like finger width. You don't really hit these corners too much, whereas this thing's kind of just the perfect depth to sort of, you're constantly nicking your palm on it. But yeah, I've figured a way to work around it. Another major similarity is they both have the standard greeble here, which the custom diversions version does not have. And other than that, the Fallen has a lot of etching detail in here, which is just gorgeous. And the inclusion of the battle, whatever we call them, the little battle accents here, which is just silly. It's like you don't really, whatever, they're just accents. They don't really affect the performance of the saber in combat. It's just whatever. And then you go to the grip. The knurling on the Fallen is very, has almost like sand quality. I really love the grip on the Ultrasabers Fallen, whereas this is a little bit more standard. It's not quite as I don't know, it's not quite as tactile. But this is like a canvas material that they actually sort of, let's get down here. They actually sort of wrapped and glued into place, and this is very tactile and easy to grip. But this down here, they put so much glue, it got a little bit on the sharp side. So that's something that I have to watch out for. I can easily impale myself. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see. Let's turn this around, expose the buttons, and I'm gonna pull the kill key, turn the lights off, and boot these things up.
Saberforge, Iridian.
Okay. I'm not going to turn off all lights, just the main one. There we go. All right. So, and then we just have a blue for the custom diversions version. The LED, I don't know the wattage of the LEDs, so please forgive me. I don't memorize these things, but it's fairly bright. It's modestly bright. It's not going to compete with a Vader's Vault or even a Saber Trio LED brightness. And the Saberforge Fallen Order is kind of a light. I think it's the light blue. I don't think it's the medium blue. I'm pretty convinced it's the light blue. About this, about the Fallen Order secondhand, so you know, the seller didn't really know what it was equipped with, but it is what it is. And on my Azure Fallen, I went white with a silver flash on flash. The sound of the Azure Fallen because of the way the pommel is designed, the resonance is much more pronounced than it is on the Saberforge Fallen Order. Mostly because the sound is kind of coming out the sides here, kind of hits this area, and then just bounce out the sides. So it really kind of hits you direct. It resonates in here. It comes out as very loud. Whereas on this one, it sort of truncates into this tiny little hole and just kind of comes out the back end. So it's a little bit on the subdued side. And the pommel on the custom Diversions version is just sort of a accent. It's sort of like a plug that inserted into here that holds the battery in place. So no soundboard to speak of. It's kind of interesting. The blade on my Fallen Order kind of has a pink sheen to it because of the red backdrop. So that's kind of interesting. It has kind of like almost a color disc sort of feel to it. Now I don't have any color discs because I just never bought them, but that's something I'll probably do at some time, because I don't really think I think I maybe have two Ultrasabers with Adegan silver, and this is pretty much the only one. Yeah. Yeah, let's get the light back on. All right. And there you have it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you what's possible in the realm of purchasing a Fallen Order Saber. Obviously, there's a plethora of versions out there, but these are three of the more modestly priced versions, and they're all excellent in their own right. Each one of them is a very, very solid piece, very well constructed. I have seen some horror stories regarding the Ultrasabers version from various people. I kind of feel like Ultrasabers is sort of struggling a bit with delivering the quality of their electronics, and that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, I've seen some people having a lot of quality issues with the hilts they've been receiving. So my heart goes out to those people, because I know how I know how tough it is to receive a Saber that's not quite working as well as it should be, and there's really no excuse for it when you're buying a Saber new from from a Saber maker. And I mean, it's understandable if it's used, but when you're buying something brand new, it should be tested and quality checked before it goes out. And it's just like I said, it's a discussion for another day. So anyway, I'll wrap this up. This is my video for my 3 Fallen Order Sabers. So hope you enjoyed this look-see, and hope everyone's doing well and having a good week. And if you feel like subscribing, do it now. Like or dislike, whatever you decide to honor me with. And I guess I will check in with you guys later. You have a very good rest of the week, and take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.